Hi everyone! So I am here today with a haul and review of a few Giorgio Armani products that I picked up recently. I had a Hold Run Through gift card that I had to use up, so I wanted to pick up the Master Corrector finally because that's been on my list for a very long time. When I got to the counter, a really nice gentleman put a bunch of products on my face and I really liked them, so I decided to pick some up. I didn't ask any of the prices because I thought my gift card would actually cover everything, but when I got to the cash, I actually ended up having to pay around $100 for the portion that my gift card did not cover. They were actually, I think, preparing for an event that evening. So I got a few little bonuses thrown into my bag, and two of them are just these little samples. One is an eau de toilette. I believe this is the female version of the Acqua di Gio. So this is a really cute little bottle, and the eau de toilette actually smells really nice, very clean and fresh, a really light scent. So I will definitely be using this, and the bottle is super cute. It just looks like this. The other little sample I received is just this little eye cream. It's actually an eye rejuvenating serum, 3 milliliters, but because it's an eye serum, I think it will last for a number of uses. So I should be able to try this out for a while and see what I think of it. The final item that was included in my bag I was most excited about came in this really nice sturdy box. So it just says Giorgio Armani Parfum on the front. And it's this cute little pouch, and they call this a foundation pouch. So I don't know, it's okay. It's got like this satiny finish, and I wish it was a different material because I feel like this would stain really easily and show a lot of marks really easily. So yeah, it just opens up like this, and I think it would be a really cute little clutch. It just has a magnetic closure. Now let's get into the actual products. So I picked up 4 products and I used them all in my 5-minute makeup challenge video. I picked up a foundation, I picked up the Master Corrector, I picked up the Summer Palette, and I also picked up a lip gloss. So I'll just go through them one by one, starting with the foundation. I don't have any experience with high-end foundations, but this one is really interesting. It's their face fabric, and it's basically called a second skin nude makeup. This has SPF 12 in it, and I picked up the shade 3.5. It comes in this glossy black box, and there are 40 milliliters of product in this container. The box itself just has like the drug information on the side, a little bit about the product, and more drug information, and then this side just has the UPC code. And then on top there's a repeat of what's on the front of the box, just telling you what kind of product is in here. And then on the bottom is the expiry date. So here is what the tube looks like, a matte finish. And again, on the front it tells you what the product is. And on the back there's some information like the active ingredients, the directions for use, the expiry date is also back here, and the shade number is found right up here. The texture of this product is actually really nice. I really like it because I love the Benefit Professional. So when the gentleman was putting this on my face, it felt extremely light. It felt like there was nothing on, and when he showed me the mirror, there indeed looked like there was nothing on my skin. It looked really beautiful and flawless, which is always nice. Gave me a little bit to swatch on the back of my hand, and I immediately said it feels like primer because it feels exactly like the Benefit Professional. I find this product is a little bit heavier than the Professional. It just feels a little bit, I guess, thicker or heavier on your skin. The first layer feels really nice, almost exactly like the Professional, but it has a little bit more coverage, yet it's still very, very sheer. So it will even out your skin tone a little bit, like you saw in the 5-minute makeup challenge, but it won't really cover up anything that you want to hide. When you apply the second layer, it does start to feel a little bit heavier and a little bit more like you're wearing a mask on your face. After I applied this product and had it on my face for maybe like 5 minutes, it felt like I had nothing on. So that was really nice. So I do really like this product, but I'm curious to try some of their other foundations because I think their foundations get pretty good reviews. It is rather expensive. It's $55 for this 40 milliliter tube. This would probably last about 4 to 6 months with daily use. So I don't think that's too bad in terms of an investment for foundation, especially if you really, really like it. So it remains to be seen whether I will be repurchasing this. I want to try a few more high-end foundations so I have something to compare this to, but I do like that this acts as both a primer and a foundation, so you're saving a little bit of money there because you no longer need to purchase a foundation primer. The next item I picked up is the item that I was intending to purchase, and this is the Giorgio Armani Master Corrector, and I have it in the shade number 2. This box is different because it is a matte box, but I still really like the box. I like the material, and I also like that the words are kind of like etched in, and you can kind of see them catch the light there. On the back, there's some information about the ingredients. On the side, it's just some distribution information. It tells you there are 4.4 milliliters of product in here. The UPC code is on the other side. On the top is the name of the product, and there's really nothing on the bottom. There's just like a code, and it also says, I guess you can only use this for 6 months. That's kind of short. But anyway, let me just open it up and show you what it looks like. So the tube is very basic and nondescript. It's just like a little plastic tube with a black cap. The applicator is a really fine pointed applicator. So I've been really enjoying this product. I think it does work in correcting the kind of like purpley bluish undertones of my dark circles. This product retails for $37 for this little tube, but I think it'll last a long time. Like the foundation, I've been using this for at least 6 weeks now, and I've been using this every day. I have been rotating the foundation, but this product I do use every single day. So I think I've been using it for 6 to 8 weeks now. So I do like it, and there's still a ton of product in here. I find that the product does pool under the cap a little bit, so it gets on the threads. So sometimes I just take my finger and I take off the excess corrector off of the threads, and I just use my ring finger to apply the product rather than using the brush. So I don't want to waste any product because this is so expensive, but I feel like this will last at least 6 months. It says to only use it for 6 months, but I probably will use it until it runs out. I don't use it that close to my eye anyway, so I don't feel like it's like a mascara where you have to change it that frequently. I just put it on my under eye circles, and I stop a few centimeters away from where my actual eye socket is, so I think I'll be able to use that for longer than 6 months. The next product that I picked up is this one here, and you guys are going to flip out when you find out how much this was, because I certainly flipped out. I actually contemplated returning this because it was so expensive, but I decided to keep it because I read such great reviews about it online, and I'm actually really happy that I kept it. So this is the Face and Eye palette. It's the Summer Collection 2013. It's basically got a sheer bronzer, and it's also got 3 eyeshadows. So the bronzer is 8 grams, which is a pretty generous size, and the eyeshadows are each 1 gram, which is also reasonable. Again, one of the glossy boxes. The back just has a little bit of detail about the product and the ingredients in both the eyeshadow and the bronzer. The side has some information about the product. It just says it's a sheer bronzer and 3 eye designing colors, and it's got that in several languages. Nothing on the other side. The top of the box tells you what the product is, and then the bottom has the UPC code. Now this product did not come in a little like velvet baggie. I find a lot of the higher end palettes do, but this one did not. The case itself is quite nice. It's a shiny black plastic, and it does collect a ton of fingerprints, and you can probably see them there, even though I did try to wipe this off before this video. The bottom just has like the, I guess, product number or like the serial number, and then it just says what the product is with the size and all of that information on there. The front of the palette has a little Giorgio Armani symbol, and the palette is magnetic. It's not perfectly round. It's got kind of like a funky, I don't know, like offset oval shape, I guess. I don't really know. I guess it kind of resembles like a hat. I don't know. Anyway, when you open it up, there's a mirror on the underside, and then there's the sheer bronzer. So the bronzer is really nice because it's like a mid-tone kind of peachy color, dusty peach color. I do use this as a bronzer, as in like where the sun would hit my face, whereas with darker bronzers, I typically use them to contour. So this bronzer I do like to use as a blush, and I do have it on as a blush today, and I just applied it basically where the light hits. So on my cheekbones, on my nose, and on my forehead area here. It is a pretty sheer bronzer, so you don't really have to worry about overdoing it. You can put on quite a lot, which I actually like that because I feel like I'm using more of the product. So this comes with a really pretty like gold overspray or pearly gold overspray. You can see a little bit of the overspray that's remaining in the bottom here, but that does go away pretty quickly. While it's beautiful to look at, I don't like that the overspray is quite like shimmery and shiny, so I'm glad it does go away. And then the bronzer after that is a little bit more matte, although it does make you look very luminous. Underneath the bronzer are your three eyeshadows. There's a dark brown shade, there's like a really beautiful peachy coral shade, and then there's like a pearly highlight shade that I use on my brow bone. So there are two sponge tip applicators included with this palette. One is like a single-ended applicator and the other one is a dual-ended sponge tip applicator. On the dual-ended applicator, one end is like a pointier tip, so you can use that closer to your lash line and almost use this brown shade as an eyeliner. So I really like that about these applicators. I have used these applicators and they just work like regular sponge tip applicators, nothing special about them. So all three of the eyeshadow shades are gorgeous. They are all very creamy and very highly pigmented. They blend really easily on the eye and they're just beautiful to work with. They all have a sheen to them. Overall, I really love this summer palette, but it was crazy expensive. I couldn't believe it when I looked at my receipt. Like my jaw literally dropped and I was like, oh my god, I have to return this. This retails for $95 plus tax. So that's a little bit insane. That's the only reason I wouldn't like wholeheartedly recommend this palette, because I mean, that's crazy. And I think you could pretty easily dupe these shades. The eyeshadows and certainly the bronzer you could probably dupe with like a peachy blush. So that's the only downside to this palette is, of course, the price. So I don't think it's a must-have. Last item I have to show you is the Flash Lacquer, and this is a Crystal Shine Gloss. The color I chose is very sheer. It's the shade 300. There are 6.5 milliliters of product in this lip gloss. The back of the box just has the ingredients as per usual. It says you can keep this product for 24 months. One side of the box just has what the product is in several different languages, and then on the other side of the box there's some distribution information and the UPC code. The top of the box again has the product name and the shade, and then the bottom of the box just has the serial number. So here's the shade of the gloss I picked up. This is a very light, beautiful peachy corally shade. The shape of the tube isn't quite round. It's kind of got that offset oval style, I guess, same as the summer palette. It's quite a kind of like heavy duty plastic material. It feels very weighty and very high quality in terms of the tube. The little Giorgio Armani symbol on the front here, and then when you open it up there's a kind of like a paddle shaped applicator, but it's like tilted back a little bit, so it makes it really easy to apply. This gloss I think is okay. I really like the shade and I really like that it's non-sticky. It's about a medium weight. There's hardly any scent to this gloss, just a slight sweet scent, and there is no flavor. The one thing I don't like about this gloss is even if I put a thin layer of the gloss on, it kind of pools in the center of my lips, like in the back towards the inside of my mouth. So like right here, I'll get like a little pooling of product. You do have to wipe that off, and then I find the wear time is pretty good. I can get like 2 to 3 hours wear out of this gloss. It's very moisturizing and I really like that aspect of it. I just don't know why it pools on the inside of my mouth, and I find no other glosses do that. I don't think I've ever had that experience with any other lip gloss besides this one. Maybe it's just like the thicker formulation and that's why it does that, but that's the only caveat I have to this lip gloss. I probably won't be purchasing any others, and when I run out of this, if I ever run out of this, I don't think I would be repurchasing this either, because lip glosses, I find there are so many good drugstore lip glosses that I don't really need to splurge for a higher end one. This lip gloss was $38 plus tax. So that is it for my review of the Giorgio Armani products that I picked up. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them for me down below and I will do my best to answer. Again, I don't have a lot of experience with high-end makeup, so I can't really compare the foundations and such to other products, but I hope it was still helpful. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until I see you again, please take care and bye for now.